Hi everyone, and welcome to Mindful Martha. I hope that all of you are doing well, or at least the best that you can given the circumstances that we are under. I wanted to talk to you today about social distancing. So we keep hearing these words maybe more than once a day. And so the definition of social distancing has really manifested into something completely different, bigger than we thought could ever happen, right? However, the reality is that it is happening despite how surreal things feel. And so we are all handling it in our own way. And the way I'm handling it is going to be different than the way that you are, right? And so we all have different circumstances because some of us may be living alone, where others have family with children, and some have family with children and extended family, perhaps your parents or grandparents or other siblings, right? And so it can make things a little more difficult or challenging in the sense that how do we find social distancing within the people we live with, right? The people around us. As much as many of us are enjoying and cherishing the special time with our loved ones, sometimes after a while, there is a discomfort, and not a discomfort in a mean or bad way. It's just that we get cabin fever, as they call it, right? And so sometimes we need to practice social distancing from our own family, but not in a bad way. And so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that because that also means self care. And self care is truly important as well because, you know, we all have our role in this. And so when you are the dad or the mom or the caretaker, you need your energy to help those around you, right? But if we don't take care of ourselves, then how are we going to take care of those individuals that we do love so much? And so I recommend that you seriously consider carving out some time during the day for yourself. And if you can't do that for a long period of time, then maybe on the hour, every hour, take a 5 minute break. And that could mean going into another room. That could mean going outside and just getting fresh air for those few minutes. Or maybe, doing some meditation. For those of you who are fortunate enough where you can take a longer period of time to self care, perhaps taking a nice warm or hot bath and playing some relaxing music. And if you enjoy a cocktail or a glass of wine or a beer, then maybe having, one of those. I'm not saying every day, everything in moderation, but, just some ideas for you to think about. Maybe there's a book that you've been wanting to read and you haven't gotten to it. This is a great opportunity to read it, or start learning a new language that you never thought you would even learn. But here you go. Maybe this is a great chance for you to do that. Maybe you want to write a letter or fill out a card for someone that you haven't reached out to in a while, or even just those that you love and care for, but you can't see them right now. Um, the mail carrier is still coming to deliver our mail, so they can pick up your mail if you choose to send a card or a letter out to someone. And so these are just little ideas. I know another thing that maybe will help you feel better is if you have the ability to make cookies for a neighbor. Maybe a neighbor who has a couple of kids and you know that he or she has their hands full. I'm sure they'd appreciate a nice tray of cookies right about now. Maybe have an extra few bottles of wine at home that you're not going to use, and you know that maybe one of your neighbors would really love it if you just dropped off that bottle of wine with a little love note on it. Um, you know, self-care is not just always thinking about um, what you're going to just do exactly for you. Sometimes self-care is re-energizing your spirit and soul and doing kind gestures for others other than your family, right? Especially if you are spending every single day with your family at home. Sometimes it's just nice to do something a little extra for others, and of course for yourself. This is a time for us to really reflect on what's important and what we really want from life after this, because we will get through this. And when that time comes, I think it's important to remind ourselves of what was it like before this, right? Um, Reminding ourselves that we took time for a walk, or we took time to play a board game with our loved ones, or we took the time to reach out to those we haven't in a while. These are things we need to continue to instill in ourselves even after all of this, because life can drive us a little bonkers if we allow it to. And it's important for us to pace ourselves and to remind ourselves that we are only human and there is just so much that we can do. And we need to give gratitude for ourselves and the people around us, especially those who are around us right now in this great time of need. So, social distancing, we all know what that means, right? Going outside, keeping 6 feet away from others, wearing gloves and a mask if needed to, depending on where you're going to. The social distancing within ourselves and family is a different definition. And so, as much as maybe some of your loved ones are driving you a little zany right now, just remember that once this is all over, it won't be exactly like this anymore. This time we have right now with each other is truly a gift. And it's given to us with unfortunate circumstances. But we can't control what's going on out there right now. We can pray if we believe in prayer. We can stay optimistic and have that hope that this will end soon and that we can get back to what we call the norm. But for now, we really need to find ways to just be thankful for the time we have now and give thanks to those individuals who are doing so much for us right now. Because there are some people out there doing some extraordinary things. There are many unsung heroes out there that the news is and the media are failing to acknowledge. And you know what? You can be that unsung hero by delivering those cookies to your neighbor. Or you can be that unsung hero by sending your friend a card or a letter that's going to place the hugest smile on their face. I mean, those are the little things that count. And we can make a difference. Every one of us, we can make a difference right now by spreading those seeds of kindness. So don't forget to take those deep breaths, pace yourself, give yourself credit. We are all doing the best we can. There is no right or wrong right now. You're just doing the best you can given the circumstances that have been handed to us. And be mindful that there are others going through a lot more than us. And that's why it is important to reach out to our friends and family. We just don't know what everyone is going through. And so by sending them those positive vibes and maybe reaching out to them and keeping them in prayer if you pray, I truly believe all those things, those are the things that make the huge difference. And don't forget to make time for yourself. Even if you have to set an alarm on your phone or an alarm on your clock, whatever it is, you need to make sure you're taking care of you. After all, that's all you got at the end of the day is yourself. You may have loved ones around you, but you need to answer to yourself at the end of the day. And the more self-care that you provide yourself with, the stronger you're going to be, the more focused you're going to be, the happier you're going to be. Trust me. Trust me. When you take good care of yourself, you will be much happier. You will be at peace. You just have to remind yourself of those things. And you're worth it. You deserve it. You are such an important individual. And it's not that our families and friends don't think that way of us. It's just that many of us right now are caught up in our own things that it's hard for them to remind us of how much they care for us or love us, right? And so we just have to remember to take care of ourselves and create those expectations only for ourselves right now. Because maybe a great friend of yours who used to be able to spend, all this time with you and this undivided attention they gave you that you got used to, maybe they can't provide you with that right now. Maybe they're going through something difficult, and maybe now is your turn to do that for your friend or family member. So, my dears, I send you all much inner and outer peace and much happiness and much love. And I thank you. I thank you for taking this time to spend it with me. I hope that these words helped you. Remember, the biggest gift that you can give yourself is self-love and self-care. And one of the greatest gifts you can give your friends and family members is your love as well. But don't forget to take care of you. I wish all of you nothing but the best. Thank you so much. Big kisses for all of you.